Hi guys, and welcome to our Q&A Wednesday with me, Jane. I'm the team leader and founder of Paranormal Energy Norway, and I'm also the general manager of the International Paranormal Inquisitor magazine. Today, we got a brand new question from my partner Antonio, and let's listen what it is.
Hello, Jane. Alright, my question for you is, could you tell me about any places in Norway that you have investigated and a little about them? Or could you share some experiences in places you've investigated in Norway? Alright, thank you very much.
So, telling you guys about some of my most exciting paranormal places to investigate. I don't think I know where to start because I've been doing this since 2014. 2015 we started our own team, Paranormal Energy Norway, and since then things pretty much just exploded. From just doing public places to doing private home investigations. It's been crazy. I tried at some point to kind of keep somewhat of a client database, but to be honest, at some point things spiraled a bit and it got too much and I couldn't keep up. So even though I remember every investigation I've been to, there's so many layers I gotta go through to find and remember each and every one, because I said it's been so many. And to where the most haunted places in Norway is, a lot of people are all about doing the public investigations, the cool spooky houses, the pay-per thing houses. I know that's a lot of people doing that. That's a big thing in the States, but it's not really a big thing here in Norway. There's a lot of locations that's known to be haunted, and I've been to several. Some has been really great, and some has been like, I don't know. I think the most experiences that I had since I started in 2014 has been in private home investigations, because that's really where things happen. Sometimes it's not just family. Sometimes it's actually a spirit that's attached to the house. And we had a lot of cases like that. Particular one case that's been very interesting has been, it's about an hour drive from me. And we've been there like 3 times. There's like a very weird EMF energy source there, which we can't seem to figure out of. There's consistent portals popping up around the house. There's like a main, I don't know, energy kind of in one particular area, which we can measure with EMF meters. Both meters like the K2, that's not trustworthy, but also we got meters like the Metarc, that's also a 1-axis meter. So we're not really sure what this EMF source is. What is it? But it's one particular area of the house, and it's like every 8 minutes. Sometimes it's closer and together. It's weird. I mean, there's a lot of spikes there. But the first time we were there was actually a spirit there that was attached to the house, and he was a very special man. I mean, he came through on an app we used on a mobile phone, a cell phone, and on this app he spells out his last name, and on IDC radio communication we actually got his first name. So we got his first name on IDC, and then he goes and he spells it out on our app, which is weird. And he did that twice on that app. That's pretty cool. He was the previous owner of the house. And at some point when me and Helen were down in the basement, we were feeling very funny, you know, we were feeling kind of fuzzy, and really struggling with being down in that basement. And then all of a sudden, I can't even react because it happened so quickly. The K2 that Helen is holding in her hand gets knocked out of her hand. And I'll show you guys this clip and just pay attention to what actually happens there. You can see it's getting knocked out of her hand and it kind of spins around several times, and that's not very likely. I mean, it kind of crashes into the wall. It should have crashed into the wall, maybe a half spiral around, but it's several times around. So it looks like she's got a serious hit on her hand, and you can see her surprise as well when this is happening.
Som jeg holder I hånden mitt og pipe.
Eller kan du lage en høy lyd? Bank I veggen, eller få noe til å dette ned. Guri. Hva det som skjer? Hæ?
Han slo. Noe som slo, bare.
Ok. Hva føler dere nå, liksom?
Dette synes jeg var veldig rart.
Jeg er skikkelig...
Skjedde det?
Ja, for jeg hadde det oppe. Filmen hadde temperaturforandring oppe. A lot of the houses that we visit are old, because we got a lot of old houses in Norway, a lot of ancient history. This one house was built in an area that's known for its Viking activity. So between 900 to 1100s, there'd been things there. They'd found things in the ground around their house, and they were currently digging up the basement of their house that was on an old foundation from the 1600s. And they've been building this house over and over again on the same foundation. And they've been finding all kinds of things in the floor of this basement. And really there's a lot of things going on. And this woman living there felt she was being bothered by this male spirit in particular. He was very intimate with this lady, and she thought it several times were her husband, which it was not, because he wasn't there, and he was lying the other direction and stuff in the bed, and it was uncomfortable. They weren't afraid at all, but it was uncomfortable, and so they invited us. They showed us all the cool stuff they found in the ground. Very cool to hold something that possibly has been there in like 1,000 years, who knows. But either way, we had this amazing clear communication there. This lady that lived there, she had found a sock inside a wall which she felt had some kind of story, and she was kind of showing it up while we were doing the radio IDC communication and asking who this sock belonged to. And then the radio goes, it's Mette sin, which means this lady name we have in Norway, Mette, which was kind of like... And they responded like instantly, so it was very clear that we were talking to a specific spirit. So very fun. We loved that house. Unfortunately, we didn't go back there, but very cool house with a lot of experiences. A lot about this field for me has been about communication in so many ways, but it's also been about the dedication. And I don't know what to tell you. I've been dedicated all since I started in 2014 in another team, which didn't work out too well. I quickly realized that I wanted to do this seriously, which we didn't do in that team. And so I decided that I need to create something myself. I need to get someone that's interested, that wants to do the same thing as I do. And the dedication has been a lot about helping others. Like, I got a burning desire to help others, which we've been doing the whole way. Ever since we started, it's about private homes, you know. We would get messages about families with kids that were struggling to sleep. They were super afraid, scared, big things happened. And so we got to go and investigate, figure out what it was. And a lot of the houses we went to also wanted the house cleanses, the energy cleanses. And it's been so rewarding to do both. It's been like, it's like getting in each and every, all hands possible at the same time. So it's been a gift to be able to do that. And I'm very grateful for my own abilities that's just been stronger and stronger further down the road working with this. And also with all the people that came in and did their things. Each and every one has been kind of shaping the team as it is today. Most of them stayed maybe a year, maybe two, and then they kind of vanished. And I think that's the thing about dedication as well. If you're very dedicated, no matter what obstacles that's coming in front of you in your personal life, or doing this as a hobby or professionally or whatever you want to say or call it, I think as long as you got dedication, you will let nothing destroy it. Like, I had so many people trying to destroy me and the whole team, but it's like, why in the devil's name should I, do that? So I kept going because I've been dedicated. I kept doing the investigations. I kept doing the evidence review, doing the client contact. And I think, to me, that's been a huge dedication. The whole client contact, it's been so rewarding to talk to people, to kind of just listen to people's stories and do the follow-ups. I love doing the follow-ups and answer questions, just be there for others whenever they need me to be. And a lot of the places we go back, you know, we share our experiences. Some lives will always kind of change when you do this. You will encounter people or families that you will just notice that you will change their lives completely, and that's very rewarding when you're trying to help and you're actually doing something useful. So that's been my dedication foremost, the fact that I can actually help others. And of course, dedications led me to be outside in freezing cold, where I'm almost frozen to death, and it led me to stand in the rain. It led me to visit very dangerous places where the floors has been unsafe, there's been dusty and mold, and who knows not. Dedication has led me to a lot of cool places, a lot of big places. I would like to share everyone with you in this video, but I can't talk about this for hours, so I won't do that. But really, my favorite outdoor places has been the dark forest that we featured and some earlier YouTube videos. Trondheimskogen, where there's a lot of things that has happened. Super many cool EVPs and radio communication, equipment being drained of battery, interference, a lot of cool stuff happening at this location. And also the first location where I got a spirit that physically tried to pin me down from behind. And that's been the most crazy physical experience I've had, was actually in that forest, which is a World War II forest with a lot of history, a lot of spirits that's been lost, walking the forests and the area. So a sad story, but a lot of energies. And not only there, but also just another 30 minutes from there is our church ruins, Kirkeruiner, which dates back to the 1100s. It's got so much history, so many different spirits attached to it. I've had a lot of experiences here, and a lot of the experiences has really involved other people, because it's been a known haunted location for a decade at least, and youths in particular visit this place to kind of get a thrill, and then you get to meet all these personalities, and some are very curious, some are very scared. And sometimes I've been having a bit of fun with it, of course, because people are so easily scared. It's just fun sometimes to scare them, because that's why why they're coming to places like this, because they want to be scared. So another public place we've been having a lot of fun exploring has been the hotel, Trudvang Hotel, which is a small hotel in Narvik in Norway. And we joined Norwegian Ghost Hunters in 2017 on our very first Norwegian ghost hunting convention. And a lot of things happened there, a lot of spikes on equipment. We had the Annabelle doll in the basement that kept spiking, on request. So we went to the fairy tale house with Frida, and we had an arrangement there. A lot of cool stuff happened. We got responses on Periscope, 360 Periscope from Paranologies. That lit up several times. I mean, it's crazy. We got figures on the SLS Connect. We got killer spirit communication with Germans, because this particular place has story back to World War II, where the Nazis used this house as a brothel. And in that area where they kind of had that activity, we captured German voices in our IDC sessions, which is not even possible, because in Norway we use FM, and first off we have like maybe 1 or 2 stations on the whole FM net that's still active, because we're currently using DAB. And one thing is that in those 2 stations there will be Norwegians, only Norwegian, maybe some English songs, that's it. So it's very special and very cool to do that. So yeah, a lot of cool public places too, but my craziest experience, as I said, has definitely been in private home investigations. Had a few cases where we have several K2s lying on the table and the one goes off. Like this one house where I believe I'm talking to a male spirit, setting off the 1K2. You just gotta look at this. It's super crazy why just the one goes off. It makes zero sense why this is happening. And this has not been the only place this has happened. Places I remember most is a private home investigation with intense energy. Where you can feel it physically on your body. Like the one house we did, where I walk in and I kind of react to the static feel. It's like everything just stands. All hairs on my arms stand up. and I could feel a shock going into the room, and then I got another investigator coming after me and with a K2 in her hand, and it goes off like crazy.
Oi. Oi, dæskan da, såpels. Ja. Det stemmer.
So, yeah, with the energy, it's so cool. And I think maybe the most intense energy I've felt in a public place has been to a place we visited recently, this spring actually, which is Toros Fortress, which has this insane spirit energy. The first time I experienced this energy, it kind of almost hit me off the ground because it was so strong. I had to sit down on the floor because it was kind of a huge impact on me. Whatever the spirit is, whatever the energy is, it's so super strong, and that's a place where a lot of things has happened to the people running the place, the people visiting, everything from being touched to being pinched to doors slamming, like this big iron door once slammed shut, and then, like, you gotta like be a strong grown-up man in order to push it shut, and just kind of slams shut. Insane things that's happened there, and we captured a few meters going off and stuff, and it looks like it's a place where sensors very often go off, like light IR sensors in particular go off, and it's really an interesting place.
Hva skjer nå? Jeg tror rett og slett det har vært for mye, at jeg har blitt for mange. Jeg tror det har vært for mange, altså. Svarte. Nå gir det seg. Nå kommer det flere folk, nå gir det seg.
I don't think I have any more. Maybe at some point I want to do like a best of things where we can feature all our evidence with all the EVPs, all the whispers, all the most awesome IDC communication and the K2 hits, the static hits, whatever. But I'm not going to do that here. I do appreciate you watching this episode of our Paranormal Q&A Wednesday, and I do hope that you stay tuned for our next Q&A. So if you haven't subscribed to us yet, please do. Make sure to follow us, hit that bell, and please comment and like this video. And if you got any questions, just hit us up either down in the comments or on our social media accounts. Thank you so much for watching.